come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14th. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
On one, ready?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now Joe Mixon. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A carry here for Hunt, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watson on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Let's get set. Behind. Right 80. Right 11.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Six yards left on second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Mixon again.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Working with a 2nd and 4. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw is Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
Here we go. Hey, 31. 13. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got?
Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Now the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
It's just me and you. Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the delay, here's Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Watson now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. On the counter, Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
On one, ready? Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down down as he's inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
First down, here's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Mixon. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's Watson.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50, it's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A beautiful fake. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
61 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though.
And he takes this one in for a and score. Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Here we go. Right 80.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This is taken around the 12. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's out right at the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
March 43. March 43. I got you.
On first down, Watson looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
An even 100 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
On one, ready?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense.